Toilography.
Hey guys, it's Dan here from Toilography, and I'm in Shanghai. What a crazy place Shanghai is, from its incredible skyline to its traditional gardens and temples, and right through to its abundance of great food, except for this tripe, which I really wasn't into. There is genuinely so much here to do and see. Thankfully, I had a few days at my disposal to not only get a glimpse of life into China's largest city, but also, of course, to see a few toilets, starting with this monstrosity. Right here at 10 Wushang Road, we have Shanghai's largest public toilet, and I don't think I've ever seen a double-storey public toilet before. Unfortunately, it was too busy for me to film the actual toilets on the inside, but I'm pleased to report it was very modern and clean. Next up, the Shanghai World Financial Center. But not before I take a quick trip through the Bund Sightseeing Tunnel, a 647-metre-long pedestrian tunnel that connects the Bund on the east side of the Huangpu River with Pudong on the west. It's pretty psychedelic. Completed in 2008, the World Financial Center is a pretty prominent figure in the city's skyline. At 494 metres high, it was the 12th highest building in the world at the time of its opening. The views from up here are a little smoggy, but still pretty spectacular. I'm at the 94th floor of the Shanghai World Financial Center, and wait till you get a look at the washrooms that are here. These are actually recognised as one of the highest altitude washrooms in the world. This is definitely one of the best views I've ever seen from a loo. Later on that day, I was in the area around my hostel when I noticed this random toilet at the entrance of a construction site. Thankfully, it was being used more as a garbage can than an actual toilet. That evening, I attempted to navigate the local bus system to find my next Shanghai shitter. So we're somewhere in the middle of suburban Shanghai, and we're off to a place called C's Bar, which I'm told has the best graffiti toilets in the whole of the city. What more can I say about C's Bar, but it's probably the greatest dive bar in all of China. Here it is. It's looking pretty promising. Let's go check it out. Known for its student-heavy clientele, cheap beer, and a focus on the underground music scene, C's Bar is an absolute haven for dive bar toilet hunters like me. I was there on a super quiet night with only 5 or 6 other people in the bar, which was great because I essentially had the place all to myself. And here are the toilets. Yeah, this is the grossest restroom I've been to in a long time, but I love it. The squatters here were dirty indeed and covered in tags. It's pretty much exactly how I imagined a Chinese dive bar washroom. To help with the smell, they have some incense. Yeah, the incense didn't really help though. Here, let me read you a story. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess, and a prince asked to marry her, and she said no. And she lived happily ever after, and travelled the world and met interesting people and had sex with whoever she wanted, and no one thought she was a slut ever. The end. So there you go, some classic C's Bar poetry. Well, that was really cool. Seriously, one of my favourite bars I've been to in a very long time. I love Shanghai. Alright, moving on now to a place called Dada. I don't know much about it aside from the fact that it was described to me as another dive bar, so the restrooms there could be good, they could be shit, I don't know. See when we get there. Well, I found the place where it's supposed to be, but actually it's closed. I did manage to see a little bit of the heavily stickered restroom from the outside, but maybe I'll come back tomorrow for a second go. Oh well. I didn't get a chance to return, but on the way back home that night, I did pass this random dance in a nearby park. That was pretty cool to watch. I'm at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Shanghai's People's Park. They've got a really cool exhibition going on at the moment about street art, but that's not the only reason I'm here. I spent an hour wandering through this colourful building, which was actually originally built as a greenhouse. The best of all artworks, though, was this one on the top floor. At first glance, it's an elegant bathroom with some nice tile art. But wait until you find out what's written on those tiles. Yeah, you're reading that right. Those flowers are made up of some very vulgar words. Alright, what have we got here? Fucking bullshit. Money piss. The fucking rich. The fucking assholes. Shitty people. Stupid idiots. Oh, I like this one. Golden shit. Yellow dicks. Bullshit. Shit. Asshole. Your fucking dirty hands. There's nobody here, so I've snuck into the ladies' room as well, which is not something I usually do, but I'm glad I did. This controversial piece by Chinese artist San Qinghua, called Piss Off the Dragon and Shit on the Peony, surely raises some eyebrows while people go about their business. Alright, so the final attraction I want to show you guys from my Shanghai trip is the M50 Creative Park, which was once a textile mill and has since been converted into a thriving area for galleries, shops, studios, and design agencies. The toilets here were mostly uninspiring, except for this gold-walled throne I found in one of the old converted warehouses, and I also appreciated the artsy view from the window of this toilet. My favourite spot in the M50 was the Island 6 Arts Centre, where they had these great pieces on display which combined traditional and digital media. And with that, I took the uber-fast maglev train back to the airport and bade farewell to this bustling Asian metropolis. I hope you guys enjoyed the sights and, of course, the toilets.